Congratulations on being awarded the Small Business of the Year award. How do you feel?
Oh, the team and myself and Mark were absolutely thrilled. It's a beautiful award. Thank you so much. We were really surprised. We were surprised when we were nominated, and then when we actually won. It was it's brilliant. Great for the company. We had a little celebration in the office, got some drinks in on a Friday afternoon.
Oh,
so it was brilliant, really good.
So how do you think you've benefited from winning the award?
It's given us a lot more brand awareness, which is really good. So that's been evident when we were in Paris, when we've been here at Mode at the show, people coming on. So it's been really good, people contacting us as well. So I think your readers at Lingerie Insight have picked up on it all and thought, who are these people? Let's get in touch.
Yeah, that's
been
great.
Good.
And you also won the Entrepreneur of the Year award at the Leicester Women in Business Awards as well. What made you stand out from the crowd, do you think?
I don't know, because that's it was the Leicester Women Business Entrepreneur Award. You get nominated by a group of people, so you don't even actually know you've been nominated until they do the finals list, and then there was I think 5 of us left in the finals from about 30, and I won, which again I was really stunned about. I think the reason that Tutti Rouge won was the fact we were all about women being confident, empowerment, and it's about how lingerie has come on and about how women feel, getting the right bra size. And I think because we push it so much with our social media, and we try and get it out there how important it is to wear the right size bra and how great it makes you feel, which is really important. Confidence is everything, and I think that sort of stood out from the other people who've been entered.
Okay, and speaking of women in business, do you think that more should be done to try and encourage more women to start their own businesses?
Yeah, definitely. I think for me, it would be great if there were workshops for young girls, even when they're sort of still at school and they're thinking about what they want to be doing with their future. If you had people who've been in business, women who've been in business, talking to them and just telling them about what the pitfalls or the highs or the lows, getting them to think about what is it they want to be doing, and not just come up with I want to be in business, but actually what is it you want to do, what you're passionate about. And it would be great to have that sort of those workshops going on.
Okay. And what advice would you give to someone starting out in the lingerie business now?
Know your market. You have to know your market, whether that's going to be high end, middle market, lower end. Know who your end customer is going to be. What price points you want to be targeting. I think we'd be incredibly aware of cash flow, because that is the key for giving you longevity to get your cash flow right. So I think knowing your market, be aware of all your cash flow, knowing who you're pitching to, what your price points are, get your supply chain sorted out quite early on. They're all really key parts to making your business a success.
Okay. And Tutti Rouge partnered with Eastern International last year. How have you benefited from partnering with them?
It's been tremendous. It's given us inroads into the US market that I don't believe we could have achieved on our own. Eastern are a strong partner. They are so well respected within the industry in America that they are sort of like go-to agents that the American retailers deal with. Russ, who runs Eastern, he's been in the industry for about 40 years. He's a really good guy. So it's a really strong partnership for us, and we are benefiting by getting our product in the American market, getting it out there.
Okay. In terms of growth overall, how do you think that you performed financially over the last year?
I think this year we've had a strong season. We're about 20% up on last year, which is really good. And obviously we want to keep growing all the time. But we're really pleased with that. We're really pleased with our growth so far. We're still a relatively young brand, and and it is tough. It's the market we target on Tutti Rouge is a really tough market, and we're up against some other incredibly strong brands. So we keep trucking, keep getting there, and luckily we have seen growth.
Sure. And so, do you think that Tutti Rouge has been affected by Brexit at all? And do you think in the future it could be?
With Brexit, we took that on board. We thought we've got to keep trucking here, because I know that there are some brands, and I think because of the dollar as well, where perhaps price points had to be increased, but we worked incredibly hard to keep them the same, because it was just really important for us that yes, we've been affected, but actually we don't know whether that should necessarily be passed on to our customers. I think it's something we need to deal with internally and absorb ourselves, and that's what we did.
And how have you managed to be able to do that?
by being clever with design, working with our supply chain, working with our, right through to our fabric manufacturers, and just sharpening the pencil on the prices and the costings.
Okay. In terms of the intimate apparel industry overall, I see a lot of brands come and go throughout the seasons, but you've been able to last since 2013 when you first launched.
Yeah.
What is the secret of your longevity, do you think?
I think again it's knowing our customer base. I think it's always learning, it's always listening to your customers. So every season we get feedback from consumers, from retailers, and we listen to them, and that enables us to be able to tweak the business each season, and then to keep going. I think if you remain just so pigeonholed that this is what I do, then I think ultimately people will maybe fall out of love with you a little bit.
Yeah.
But we like to listen. We just like to learn, and that's, I think, how we're growing.
Okay. And this year you've launched Rougette as well for the trade for this autumn/winter 17 season.
Yeah.
What kind of feedback have you had from the retailers?
It's been really strong. The Rougette, the price point's been really key for us, and also going up to the 42 back. What we found with Tutti is we did get asked, do you do bigger back sizes? So we sort of took that on board.
Yeah.
And we're also aware with the economy at the moment and the market, it's really tight for women and for girls to be having cash all the time just to be able to buy lingerie and products. So we launched Rougette. Got the hashtag Be Me because it's all about lingerie and being who you are. And we're starting retail price points at £15 for bralettes, £20 for bras, and knickers all at 10. So it's a really sort of like flat structure in terms of how we're pricing it. And we're doing a lot of the t-shirt moulded bras, which we had a lot of people asking us about t-shirt moulded bras, but we're dressing them with a little bit more tootiness. So it's got the ethos of Tutti and a little bit of the sass, but it's really geared up to like a different market.
So that
yeah.
Okay. So what are your plans for the future though, over the next 12 months then?
To keep learning, keep listening, and to get some success with Rougette.
Yeah. Okay. Any plans for going forward in terms of going to the trade shows? Are you planning to go to New York?
Yeah, we've got New York next week, so we'll continue to do New York. And we'll continue to do the trade shows. We're talking to more distributors, which is really good for us, really positive. And so we'll just, we want to get into the UK market more. We're a British brand, we want to speak to our British retailers and sort of get them on board with the product.
Okay, well, good luck with that.
Thanks
so much again for taking the time out.
Thanks,
to speak to
Sarah.
us today.
Thank you.